Hey there, Pisces. Alright, so we're going to do your How to Find Love spread. I've got my little paper right here. It tells me all the things we need to cover. And yeah, we're just going to get kind of right into it. And I hope you guys like the new intro. I enjoyed making it, and it was fun. Or customizing it. I didn't make it from scratch, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I hope you guys are having a good day. I shuffled a little bit off camera. I'll shuffle a little bit more. And if you guys really enjoy my readings, if these resonate with you, you can visit my website, vitaltarot.com. And with that, we're going to get right into it. So our first card here, this card represents you and the issues surrounding you, okay? So what we get here is we see the Ace of Wands in reverse. So to me, Pisces, right now, you guys could be going through a difficult time. This could be, some of you, it could be a depression that you're going through, kind of a loss of interest in things that you once loved. When I see the Ace of Wands in reverse, I see a lot of energy that's built up, but I see it not going anywhere. So this could also be relating to anxiety. This could be relating to just kind of like a buildup of energy and no release of it. So kind of like a kinked toes, you know, and then just all of a sudden it's going to burst because eventually this energy has to go somewhere. So creativity right now is more difficult for you. I feel like passion-wise, career-wise, possibly you could be facing a burnout. But I'm seeing something going on here where you're definitely focused more on trying to find joy and appreciation in the things that you enjoyed doing before. Which sounds kind of strange, but I think you guys know what I'm trying to say with that. So what I see here, we look at the second card. This card represents your behavioral patterns that are influencing your love life. Okay, so let's see what this is. And we get the Hermit card. Okay, so this is really interesting here. So if I hold up these two cards, okay, we have this one, okay, and you can see it's the Ace of Wands and it's inverted. And then we get the Hermit card, and you can kind of see that candle on the turtle's back there. The camera wants to focus. So to me, this one here is you're kind of facing this, it's almost like a depression kind of energy. It's just a really strong kind of energy that's not going anywhere. It's kind of stagnant. And then you have this energy here, which is definitely going inside of yourself and trying to find out what's going on, more so than you have in the past. This right here, for some of you, this could be what they would call like an existential crisis, because I do feel like there's this sense of like trying to really find out who you are. And a lot of times, and every time, you know, when we're born, we're not given an instruction manual on what to do or how to be or how to feel or whatever, and we kind of have to rediscover ourselves. And so for a lot of you, I feel like that's what this is, right? So this isn't a chance to just be sad or be upset with yourself. This is an opportunity for you to understand your self-growth and understand that this needs to happen for us to understand ourselves better. It's not a bad step. It's part of the process. It has to happen. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. And we're looking in, we're trying to find what's going on, and we're trying to see exactly how we love, like what our love language is, you know, what our understanding of the word love is, and it can sometimes be difficult depending on how we were raised. So we're going to go to the third card here. This card represents the areas that need further growth in order for you to find love. Okay, and I get the Daughter of Swords in reverse. So to me, this is something where we're focusing on, just give me a second here. So the Daughter of Swords in reverse would be, there could be some kind of younger energy coming in. It could possibly be that there's an air sign around you and that this person kind of helps you grow in certain ways, but then they don't in other ways. Hold on just a second, you guys. My battery's going to die. I will be right back. Hold on. Okay there, Pisces. Alright. So we were on the fact that I think that... So I do feel like this could possibly be a person that's helping you grow in some ways, but not necessarily because it's in reverse. I feel like it's not necessarily in the way you would prefer. So I do feel like this is something where this person could be helping you learn life lessons, but in kind of a painful way. I do feel like this person could be younger than you, so we're talking Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, okay? So we're talking about that, and I do feel like it's someone that is again, they're kind of covertly helping you. I don't think they would want to actually help you, but they're having you learn life lessons in a way that you would never learn otherwise. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing there. And if we're talking about further growing, we have to look at. Hold on. Okay, heart started racing there a little bit. So we have to look at the areas of that we're not the best in. So maybe this person is logical that you're talking about, or that we're talking about, but they could also be someone who just tries your patience to a certain extent. They could be someone who does not just quite understand you, and that can be frustrating. But also, this person is teaching you patience in some ways. They're teaching you to be more mature in some ways, and they're teaching you how to handle your situation differently. Again, it's not ideal, it's in reverse, so it's not something where it's fun to learn these lessons. It's something where I feel like it's actually fairly difficult to learn these lessons, not an easy process. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. The fourth card we have here, this card represents the areas you need to change or process in order to find love. And I get the Nine of Pentacles. And so to me, this card represents that you need to focus on you, okay? A lot of the people you cannot take on your journey with you. And sometimes we have to be independent. And what I mean by that is that when we're kind of growing up, for the second time, we'll call it, okay? Because when we're children and we're growing up, there's this sense of kind of like isolation, I guess. You're kind of growing up, you're going through a puberty of sorts, right? And that's kind of what you're going through, and it's difficult, and it's hormonal, and it's, all these things. But when we're growing up the second time, it's like the spiritual puberty, and what happens is that people that we thought we were really close with, we realize we don't have that much in common with anymore. And that hurts, because the people that we thought would always be there for us in our lives, sometimes they're not there. And what that means is that we're growing. And sometimes growing up does mean growing apart, but it also means that generally you can have a deeper relationship with yourself at the same time. So it's kind of like a catch-22 where something bad happens, it seems like, but also something good happens, because eventually you will realize that you were just moving in different directions. It doesn't make that person a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you guys were heading in different directions, okay? And that happens sometimes. And sometimes you meet back up with the person again, okay? So it's not always goodbye forever. It's just kind of goodbye. And it's not a bad thing. And it's not a sad thing. It's just something that happens. And life tends to throw those curveballs at us more often than we would care to admit. But, yeah. Okay. So let's look at this one here. I'm just trying to position the camera. Okay. So the fifth card here, this card represents areas that need to be liberated within yourself to allow love into your life. Okay? So areas that need to be liberated to allow love into your life, and oddly enough, look at that. It is the card of Sagittarius. It is the balance card. Okay? So I don't necessarily read it as a Sagittarius, like in your immediate future or anything like that, or someone who's with you that's a Sagittarius, though some of you that could be the case. What I see this is, though, is that there needs to be balance in your life. If you're in a situation where you constantly have to reach out, to get someone's attention, that's not fun to be in, and that's not a situation you want to be in. It's painful and it hurts, and so this is kind of like having that balance in yourself where you're just like, okay, I'm just going to be calm. Like, zen yourself, right? And balance yourself and make it so that you're not constantly reaching for things. A lot of times in our life, when we stop trying, we'll actually succeed. And the reason why is because we're not holding on to the expectation of getting something, because we already have it within us. So we're letting go of the expectation and we're getting the reality coming back. And that's kind of why letting go works and why that helps. So that's what we need to focus on. Okay. Now, Pisces, with that being said, that is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I like doing these versus the more sensationalized soulmate readings because people need help in these areas. I need help. Everyone needs help in these areas. And it just helps to kind of focus yourself on what really matters in life, because if we were to leave the earth tomorrow, we'd want to know kind of areas we could have improved on while we were here, and it's... more than likely it's not going to be our bank account that needs to improve, but our actual spiritual selves that need to improve. Now, with that being said, I love you guys. If you enjoyed the reading, please give me a thumbs up. And